Today, we're diving into Hellblade 2 Enhanced Edition. This game launched on Xbox and PC in 2024, but now has made its way to PlayStation, and it's one of those games that looks like the next-gen showcase we've been waiting for. But when you start playing it, you quickly realize it only shines in one department. So let's break it all down, the good, the bad, and what the enhanced version brings to the table. Shout out to Xbox for providing the review code. I appreciate it. First off, let's talk about the obvious. Hellblade 2 is visually stunning. The environments are hyper real, the facial animations are some of the best in gaming, and the attention to detail with the character models and animations is next level. The visuals are incredible. I have nothing bad to say. My only gripe is that there isn't an option on consoles to disable the letterbox. I know they're going for the movie cinematic-like experience, but it would have looked even cleaner without it. At least give us the option. You know, the first time I played Hellblade 2 was on PC, and I spent a lot of time in photo mode taking pics. You'll definitely find yourself pausing to take the scenery in because the overall presentation in this game is fantastic. It's just one of those games. With the enhanced edition on PlayStation 5, you're getting a 60 frames per second performance mode, which is crazy that it took this long, man. The game has been out, like I said, since 2024, and on Xbox, it was locked at 30 frames per second. This patch is, or this enhanced edition is coming to Xbox and PC as well, so you know they get to experience all these new benefits as well. I played the entire game in performance mode, and it was pretty much a locked experience from beginning to end, except for one section of the game where there was a noticeable dip. They also added PSSR, which is Sony's fancy AI upscaling tech for the PS5 Pro, and it works really well. The image quality stays crisp, and even in motion, it just looks really clean. Hellblade 2 is easily one of the best looking games this generation, easily. Another area the game shines is the audio design. It's straight fire. It's recommended you play Hellblade 2 with a headset, especially one with 3D audio. You know, the protagonist Senua has psychosis and she hears whispers in her head, so the developer spent a lot of time making Hellblade 2 an incredible audio experience, hearing sounds from every part of your headset. The environmental sound, the music, the voices add to the tension. It's honestly masterclass stuff. And the actors' performances is top tier. But here's the thing, for all that technical magic, Hellblade 2 doesn't really innovate when it comes to the gameplay. In fact, it doesn't move the needle from the first game. It kind of regresses. There's only one-on-one combat encounters, and each encounter feels extremely scripted, where the first game felt a little bit more dynamic. The combat is pretty one-noted, basic strikes, dodge, parry, and repeat. There's very little depth or no real progression or new mechanics. If you were hoping for a major upgrade in the gameplay department like I was, especially since the combat was already the weakest part of the first game, well, you're gonna be a little bit disappointed. It's still more style than substance. Hellblade 2 feels like a more interactive Telltale game, and the puzzles are pretty dry and boring, I must say. Hellblade 2 honestly feels like a tech demo at times. The whole experience is super linear, and there's long stretches where you're just walking, listening to Senua's inner voices or watching slow pans of the environment. Don't get me wrong, the game once again looks amazing, but it's the kind of experience that would have made more sense as a launch title to show off like new hardware capabilities. I think it would have really impressed people if it did. At this point in the PS5's life cycle, we've seen better rounded experiences with both great visuals and strong gameplay. Hellblade 2 came a little too late to the party to kind of have that kind of impact. I truly believe if this game was a day one launch title for Xbox and PlayStation, it would have been much better received because everyone would have been blinded by its technical achievements. As for the story, it's cool, it's fine, it's not bad or anything, it's just kind of forgettable. The narrative doesn't really hit the same emotional highs as the first game. It dives into deep themes about trauma, identity, and nature of self, which is cool. But I felt like it was more abstract and less personal this time around. I never really felt connected to Senua and what's going on, And once the credits rolled, not much really stuck with me outside of a few cool, sequences. Now, if you're checking out this enhanced edition, there's some cool extras. You've got a developer commentary mode, which is awesome if you're into behind the scenes stuff and want to understand the team's vision. The Dark Rock challenge mode, which I'm currently playing through. It's the last trophy I need for the platinum, and let me tell you, it's super annoying. Pretty much, it's an extra hard mode, and you have a limited amount of times you can fail, 4 or 5. Once the rot reaches Senua's head, after dying a couple of times, you have to start the game all over. This mode is definitely testing my patience because the combat in this game is kind of mid and lacks fluidity, so you get hit by a lot of cheap shots, and I'm currently going through it right now, but I will beat it and get this platinum trophy. The enhanced edition also has a better photo mode, so if you're the kind of player who loves snapping epic shots, this version delivers on that aspect. So where does that leave us? Hellblade 2 Enhanced Edition on PlayStation 5 is a visual and audio powerhouse, no question. But underneath all that visual flair, it's still lacking in areas that it really counts: the gameplay and memorable storytelling. If you're into cinematic experiences and want to flex your OLED screen and utilize your headset with 3D audio, it might be worth checking it out. But if you're looking for an engaging, evolving gameplay loop, this one might leave you a little bit cold and dry. In my opinion, this is a good game to pick up on sale. Let me know what you guys think of Hellblade 2 in the comments below. If you already played it on Xbox or PC, did you really enjoy the game? Was it kind of, to you? Let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.